Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are discussing about reproduction lesson. In plants and animals, reproduction is a necessary life process for continuation of life by producing offspring. Some organisms may reproduce differently in different situations. Some organisms may reproduce sexually and some are asexual reproduction. First, we are discussing about asexual reproduction in different organisms. First one, Paramecium. Single-celled organisms such as Paramecium and bacteria reproduce by splitting into two or more. This usually occurs in symmetrical manner. They split into two by transverse binary fission. First one, Paramecium have two nucleuses are present, macronucleus and micronucleus. Macronucleus divides by amitosis and micronucleus divides by mitosis division. After division, they move towards the opposite end. At the same time, the construction develops at the middle part of the body, which divides cytoplasm into two equal parts. Finally, it divides into two equal parts. In this way, two daughter parameciums are produced. When more cells are formed, it is called multiple fission. This is often the only mode of reproduction in these organisms. Next one, sexual reproduction in Paramecium. Next, sexual reproduction in Paramecium. During unfavorable conditions, two Paramecium comes in contact and exchange certain materials of their bodies and produce forms that are more tolerant. This process is called conjugation process. The time required to reproduce also varies from organism to organism. Even within the organisms, there could be certain environmental conditions that would make faster the process of reproduction. First of all, during sexual reproduction, the micronucleus of each paramecium undergoes meiosis, ultimately having the genetic content to create a haploid nucleus. They exchanged between two connected mates. The haploid nucleus from each mate fuse to create new genetically various. This is the conjugation process in Paramecium. Next, asexual reproduction in yeast. Yeast is unicellular fungus which reproduces asexually by an unequal division process called budding. Budding is a type of asexual reproduction in which daughter individuals is formed from a small projections the bud arising on the parent body. In yeast, buds rises from small cytoplasmic outgrowth from the parent cell. This is followed by division of the nucleus. The nucleus of parent cell divide into two and one of the daughter nuclei migrate into the bud. The bud then enlarges and finally construction of base. Fragmentation. The fragmentation process in Spirogyra. The filaments of Spirogyra reproduce asexually simply the breakup of filaments into small sections called fragmentation. These filaments consist of many identical cells. Each can capable develops into independently. Next, parthanogensis. Nowadays, we are also able to develop seedless fruits like watermelon, grapes, etc. This is also process of reproduction where there is a shift from sexual to asexual mode of reproduction. This process also occur in nature. In organisms which may reproduce sexually may sometimes reproduce asexually. We have utilized this process of reproduction in growing organisms of our choice with more desirable characters. In this process, the female gametes develops into zygote without fertilization. This stage kind of reproduction occur in animals like bees and wasps. Normally, the zygote develops into young one. The unfertilized ovum also develops into male. Next one, regeneration. Many organisms have the ability to give rise to new individual organisms from their body parts. In planaria, somehow cut or broken up into many pieces. These pieces grows into separate individuals. This is similar to fragmentation. New individuals are formed in this process. So, thank you everyone.